I just don't feel like you get it yet. The amount of success and stability that you're building, that you're stepping into, that you're aligning with right now, I don't feel like you can fathom it, because the impact is greater. Like, there are doors opening for you that you never thought were possible, that you can't even imagine it right now as you are watching this video. But whoever this collective is, you're learning to let go of this fear of lack and scarcity. I'm hearing circulando, which is circling, which in Spanish is a saying for like, let's wrap it up. Like, pack your bags, let's go home. Like, let's head out. Okay? You're coming out as the High Priestess. And this is an Egyptian tarot deck. I never use this deck. So whoever you are, you must have some past life connection to Egypt or be connected to ancient wisdom right now. Your ancestors are moving things forward for you. Okay, this is for someone who has felt like your life, I'm hearing leverage, like you've had to be super resourceful in your life. I feel like whoever I'm talking to right now, you have been through the trenches. You're in the trenches. Okay, you're not in the clear yet. You don't feel safe enough yet. Maybe you're working through that. And I feel like that's the inner work. It's like you're not just making money moves, you're making spiritual money moves. And that's why this next I was gonna say step, but I'm hearing there's an aligned step that's coming through for you. It's like you're fully stepping into your High Priestess energy. You might have been a High Priestess in your past life. Your past life energy could be coming through a lot. You could be getting a lot of signs. But your ancestors were saying what was delayed is now being pushed forward. It's like the timeline has shifted. I feel like maybe there were things in your life that felt like they were taking a long time. Like maybe you were stuck in certain jobs or repeating same cycles. Like I'm hearing living paycheck to paycheck, living in debt, living in these cycles, living depending on others, when your soul very much craves freedom. You're breaking free from restriction before you're breaking through, is what Spirit is saying. Because you can't have your breakthrough. Okay, the analogy is coming through. Spirit is saying you can't have your breakthrough in the environment that keeps you constricted. So it's like when people say, oh, you can't heal where you were hurt. Same thing. You want to have a breakthrough, you need to be able to break free from the restriction, right? And with your High Priestess energy, my love, some of you guys could also have had people around them that had very distorted views of what abundance is, of what greed is, what love is. I'm hearing there's this wound, and even some of you may resonate with this. I'm hearing multiple languages because I keep pulling out some Spanish here. Like I usually only say my love in Spanish when I'm talking to someone. I'll be like, mi amor. So there's something about either you were around people that knew multiple languages, could have been immigrant kind of energy where your family immigrated, you or your family, or maybe you know a couple of different languages or learning languages. Maybe English wasn't your first language, that kind of energy. I'm hearing something like there was a big obstacle in your life that you had to overcome that almost kind of makes you the underdog. Like you were never really given the choice to like be who you wanted to be. You were always labeled. You were either like, for me, like the Hispanic kid, right? Or white passing, or the eldest daughter. I was the eldest daughter. So there's something about there being a label on you and you almost needing to honor that to survive, for survival. But you're kind of confused. Like your soul's like, this is not what we were meant to be doing right now. Your soul knows that this is not what you were meant to be doing. Your soul's looking at you like, huh? We're doing what? No, that's not what we're doing. And maybe you felt this in love too, where Spirit did not allow you to stay with things and people and situations that were not aligned with you. Even if you went kicking and screaming, things were ripped from you, almost unfairly. I'm hearing it's been a really unfair ride for you. Like the cards that you were dealt with, you're like, how did I not know what I know now? If only I had known. I'm hearing there's almost like this very reflective energy about you right now. But what is to come? Oh my gosh, let me tell you what you're manifesting. Let's get into that, because like this is your energy. You're really stepping into alignment right now. And let's talk about what that alignment looks like. 4 as I said that. That's fucking stability right there, okay? It's like alignment for you is realizing that abundance and success is not going to come from hustling or from external validation. And Spirit is saying you already know what the next aligned steps are. Spirit's like, keep going, don't give up. You have brilliant ideas. You just need to let go of the chatter, let go of the noise. And trust your deep inner guidance, because the High Priestess, she is a divine feminine archetype that is all about ancient wisdom and intuition, honestly. And I feel like you're intuitive as fuck. Like if this reading found you, you are that intuitive friend. You're the friend that everyone goes to for advice. You are that friend that everyone's like, how did you even do that? You're the friend, you're the person in your family that makes something out of nothing. You're the one that people go to when they're like, I can't find this thing, and you're like, was it this? Is this what you were looking for? Okay. Or people ask you questions and you're like, oh, you could have Googled that. But they go to you because you're the shortcut. You're the Google for them and for your family and for your friends. And even at work, maybe you felt like you were the bottleneck. Spirit is saying you're done outsourcing your energy and your power. Maybe you've had to downsize. Maybe you've had to kind of be humbled. Okay, maybe this is your humble season. Okay, 2025 has not been easy. This is the year of releasing. 2026 is the year of reconnecting. Let me know, leave me a comment if you guys want me to go deeper on what these years represent and what you can expect and what you may be experiencing. But some of these symptoms are purging. And how are you going to purge? Spirit's going to tell you where the wound is. How do you know when you're hurt? It hurts, right? It literally, there's pain, right? You have a sore throat, you start talking, you feel uncomfortable, and it starts hurting more and more until you do something about it. It's going to get worse before it gets better. It doesn't mean that it's time for you to give up. That doesn't mean that you're not going somewhere, that you're not aligned, that your ideas aren't brilliant. It means that they are, and that they're worth overcoming these obstacles for. I definitely feel like your view of abundance, because this is the card of greediness. Maybe, and not to say that you're greedy, because I almost feel like your energy is a little bit overgiving, but there's something where maybe this was a learned behavior, but there's this fear of lack coming through, this deep wound that maybe you've been working through right now. Because what I'm hearing is that greed isn't just about money. Greed can show up in scarcity. Greed can show up in attachment, in control, right? The themes of this card is about clinging. Maybe you're letting go of, or I feel like if this is for you, this is a big sign that this is for you. You're letting go of codependency. You're no longer clinging to things. And so things are no longer clinging to you. I know that that was such a bad way to articulate that. You're healing from cycles of survival, and you're learning to release this clutching, restrictive, clinging energy that has been showing up in your life in more than one way. It's because you're learning that true stability is not born from hustle culture or from external validation. It's when you act from your inner truth and not fear or pressure. So don't ignore your intuition or outsource your power or your abilities. Whatever you're creating right now, Spirit needs you to be present 110%. Spirit needs you to have your hands in everything, because you're no longer controlling from attachment or codependency. You're creating, you're becoming the creator, right? That's why we're releasing the old, so we can build something new together. I'm hearing the universe wants flow. Your energy has been calling in flow. And so the truth to that, the shadow aspect to that, is that you have to let go, learn to let go. I'm hearing this Guns N' Roses song. Maybe someone likes this band, Guns N' Roses. Let me know, leave me a comment if you guys know this song. It's called Live and Let Die. I love that song. Anyways, let me know your favorite lyric. But what I'm hearing is that you're learning that the hard truth here has a lot more to do with almost like letting go. It's like you're so used to, I'm hearing, having all your ducks in a row. And you're surrendering that you have to meet the universe in the moment to bring in flow. You can't plan ahead, right? And I'm laughing too because your guides are like, she's holding on too tightly, or they're holding on too tightly. And like, you're holding on tightly to the things that you think you must have. And that's creating blockages. Maybe you're already surrendering and letting go, and this is just confirming that you are on the right path. But like, I'm sorry, your angels, they were just snickering on the corner, and they were like, greed is trust, right? That's one of the universal truths, because there's a light and dark aspect to everything. And I'm even hearing self-sabotage could have been a thing for you. Like, you just could be learning to like let go of self-sabotage and like rebuild trust with yourself. Because I keep hearing trust is a big theme for you. Trust is a big pillar for you. Think of this as your next 4 years, right? We have the releasing year, which is 2025. This is the test. This is the purge. What's going to be left standing? But the next 3 years are significant as well. And I'm hearing 4 pillars. Right now, you're building your foundation. That's why you need to be so involved. That's why it sucks. It's been, it's almost felt like a little layer of hell, you know? I'm even hearing like, prosperity flows when you align with generosity, right? But not in the toxic way where it's not giving back to you. It's where it comes from self-worth, where it circulates back around and grows with you. There's something that like, I'm even hearing like friend groups that weren't letting you grow, connections, and it's not to blame them, because I feel like you don't have any, like you're not really holding on to remorse, but you're learning your self-worth. You can't blame them, but you also can't excuse them. It's like there are people that should have helped you, that should have stepped up more, and they didn't, unfortunately. And that's what this year has been about, for you to realize that. Maybe you were rooted in a specific home, and now you're like, oh my gosh, I can't live here. And you're leaving. You're leaving somewhere you never even thought you could leave. Or maybe you're going on this trip to Italy or whatever, but you heal ancestral wounds through that trip. It ends up being more spiritual than you could have imagined. You can actually see that if you do an astrology chart reading. I don't do those, but I know that that's a thing in astrology. I know that spiritually, when we work into the Akashic records, which is where I tap into, Akasha is your living soul. It's the quantum field, whatever you want to call it, right? We can tap into our past lives and release. You don't need someone else to release, just like you don't need someone else to forgive. And so all of that ties into your self-worth. I almost feel like some of the wounds you're carrying are ancestral. That's why your ancestors are like, they're gathering and they're making game plans and they're speeding things up for you, because you've waited long enough and you're not here to wait anymore. You're here to really rise. It's fun to release and releasing isn't fun. It's fun to reconnect with your gifts and to be humbled sometimes, because then you have your aha moments, right? And you're moving through these blockages. But life is not going to be full of blockages always. I'm hearing there's something about flow and ease being reintroduced into your life. You trusting yourself, building up that self-worth. And it's also like you're in a threshold right now. Threshold, that's the word I keep hearing. You're in a big threshold right now. There's a lot of uncertainty. You may be looking within and being like, hello, higher self, hello, angels, hello, universe, hello, God. Like, is anybody here? I'm asking for this. And I actually heard a quote that was like, I think it goes perfectly with this. And the angels are like, just say it. It's a little corny, okay? So please don't judge me. But this is what I saw on my feed. It was like, I asked God for flowers and he gave me rain. And if you understand that flowers need water to grow, like it hit, okay? So there's something clicking. There's something that's making sense. Like, oh, I thought I was gonna drown, but really it was the water that I needed to lift me up so I could float. Yo, your higher self is coming through so hard right now. So right now your success may not feel grounded or linear. It may feel uncertain right now, but that's what true success feels like, right? Because what is failure if not success? How do you know you're gonna succeed if you quit, if you give up? So right now what this message is saying is keep going, but let's tap into circulation. Let's tap into flow. Let's learn. Because I'm almost seeing for you guys, there are things that used to work for you that aren't working for you anymore. And Spirit's like, good, that wasn't serving you. There's something about you really tapping into your creativity and letting things flow for you. This uncertain threshold space that you're in right now is the perfect fertile soil. Some of you guys could be like heavy earth sign placements, because I keep getting all these like earth elemental water sign kind of energy with the water and the rain and the flowers, and now I'm about to say it, okay? This threshold that you're in is the fertile soil that you need to sprout up into success. That's what this is for you. So this is your initiation. Embrace the uncertainty as your initiation. Be thankful for this uncertainty right now, because it means that you're ascending. It means that you are being initiated to higher ground. It means that you're being initiated. And why do I keep saying, I was gonna say initiated into fertile soil, but no, it's like you're being given the tools that you need and you're creating it yourself. Because I don't want you to think that this was given to you. This is a collective where this, let me tell you, nothing was given to you on a silver platter. I'm hearing, I never thought my life would be like this. Okay? And like, this is your opportunity to really tap into your own strength and into faith right now. I know. It's tough to hear because it's easier said than done. Trust and believe. But you're so adaptable. And that's part of your strength, right? Is that you're very adaptable. And you're gonna make it, you're gonna make lemons, you're gonna make lemonade from lemons. I don't even know why, you know? And I'm even seeing, because I keep seeing something from the corner of my eye, so maybe something is shifting that you can't see just yet, or that you're seeing pieces of. You can feel the shift. For this collective, you can feel the shift. Give this video a like if you know that you can feel the shift, and the shift and subscribe, because you know that we're going to be talking about this shift. I'm going to be holding your hand through this, because it's not easy for anybody right now. And your spirit guides are saying doubt is only going to paralyze you. Fearing, there's someone here who is struggling with fearing of making the wrong choice. You're blocking your own momentum. Rest is important. Don't confuse rest with comfort. Okay? Actually, isn't the quote like, don't confuse peace with comfort? But no, right now Spirit is saying you can rest, but don't kill your momentum. Don't lose your spark. Right? Let's not let go completely. Let's use this energy to focus, to dial in, to make mistakes. But don't kill your momentum, because what you're building is greater. And it's like a wish that's not only something that you've been wanting, but like a true alignment. It's part of your purpose. It's what you're meant to be doing. That's why Spirit is saying no shortcuts for you, my love. Spirit is saying you're not allowed to have shortcuts, okay? Maybe you've already felt that because you front loaded a shit ton of like trauma and things in your life, and you're like, I know, Soledad, I know. This is your opportunity to release, right? To step into the unknown with faith. And just know that your stability isn't about clinging to control or what's certain, but trusting and leaning onto your inner wisdom. Trust your word, trust your power. That's where your true abundance begins. The biggest challenge, because your soul has been asking for expansion. You're being challenged to shift from fear-based creation to soul-led expansion.